Whoa! Now that's an Ultra Zord.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Flame Toys Power Rangers DINO MEGAZORD. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. It's a pretty big box here, so you can see right up front we have a lovely image there of the Megazord Power Rangers DINO MEGAZORD. On this side we have the Megazord. On this side we have the individual Zords. Up top, Power Rangers DINO MEGAZORD. On the bottom, nothing. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots. Warning, don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. And that is basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, we have what I feel is an incredible set, and this is Flame Toys' take on the DINO MEGAZORD from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And we have all 5 of our dinosaurs here. We have the Mastodon, Saber-toothed Tiger, Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, and the Pterodactyl. And when I saw the first promotional images for this set, I was like, yes, a million times yes, I have to get this because it looks awesome. And I'm not disappointed. Okay, I'm very mildly disappointed in one aspect of this, but we'll get to that when we get to it. But overall, oh, so good, so awesome. So first things first, let's take a look at all of the Zords one by one. It's morphin' time. Then, first and foremost, let's start off with the leader of the team, the Tyrannosaurus Zord. And really and truly, if you put spikes going down the back of this, it could totally double as Godzilla. Oh yeah. I can see it happening. I can see somebody repainting this as Godzilla. Totally. It works. It definitely works. But let's get in close here so we can take a look not at those dino abs, but at that dino noggin. There's the dino noggin. You can see very cool design here. Some beautiful paintwork going on. As you can see on this set, the colors are a bit muted. They're not as bright and vibrant, and that's fine. Again, it's their take on the DINO MEGAZORD, so they want to do it their way, and I love the way they did it. I think it looks fantastic. Nice metallic blue there for the eyes. Got some gunmetal grays in there. Some gold as well. Looks really good. See that detail going down the body there. Little claws done in gold. You got the little lightning bolt there on the side. And there on the side as well. Big old beefy thighs there. The T-Rex does not skip leg day. Does not skip leg day ever. Little dino toesies, done in gold. We've got lots of detail going down the tail itself. Love the coloration going on here. Just overall love the coloration on this set. Nice long tail there. All these sections can extend, which will give you lots of range of movements. And see the back there. Again, some gold for the spine. Got like some, will look like maybe thrusters back there. Overall, really good looking T-Rex Zord. Now, articulation wise, what have we got? Well, I'm gonna tell you, the head can move only up that far, can move down some more. You can see you get some detail that gets revealed when you move the head down. There's no rotational movement really to speak of because the Megazord head is right in the neck, so it doesn't allow that to move. But the mouth can open and close. You also get the little cannons that you can flip out that are in the mouth as well. Very nice. Little dino arms can rotate, can do a full 360. They can move in and out some. You do have bicep rotation. You have single jointed elbow with full range of movement. You have little wrist rotation. Oh yeah, even the wrists rotate. The top claws here can open and close. They're just a singular piece. They can open and close there. You do have waist movement. You have rotation. And you also have, there's rotation. It just likes to get stuck. There we go. There's our rotation. And you also have an ab crunch there. It can also arch back some. You can kind of see how some things kind of get revealed as you do that. Very cool. As far as legs, you can move forward. A nice ratchet. Back. Outward. You can move these out of the way as well. Outward. Again, almost do the full splits. You got thigh rotation in there. You have a double jointed elbow. Only gives you about 90 degrees of bend, but still. it works out. And as far as the feet, be aware that you can extend the feet. I have them extended right now. But if you compress them up, it does kind of hinder the movement. So you just extend those feet out. You can get some up, down, rotation, ankle tiltage, and even have some toe joints there as well as the back claw there. Again, move down if you need to support any posing. As far as the tail, you got a lot of articulation here. You have this section here, 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 this section here. Lots of sections that can move around up and down and rotate. Again, it's not a huge range of movement, but you can still get a good little curve out of it in any direction you may want. And for comparison, here it is with the Zap Tyrannosaurus Zord, just so you can see how they look side by side. The original design versus Flame Toys' design, and I definitely like the Flame Toys design way better. That just looks way cooler in my opinion, but there you go. So let's move on. And now we'll take a look at the Saber-toothed tiger. Getting close here so we can take a look at the details. Again, some lovely coloration here. Yeah, the big old fangs going down the sides there. It's really good. Nice coloration all around. A little gold in the claws. Yeah, detailing going down the side. All of this is molded in and painted, which is really nice. Looks fantastic. Got the tail back here. You even got some nice kind of grill detailing in there as well. Also, one thing, ow, it almost did it to me again. Be very careful. These, they look sharp. Guess what? They are sharp. These are kind of sharp. So do be careful with these. They can stick you. Yeah, caution. Yeah, warning. Anyway, tail. It's got one. But looks really good. Really good. Now, articulation-wise, for the saber-toothed tiger, you do have side-to-side movement. You also have up and down movement. The head itself can also move up and down. You can get a little bit of side-to-side out of it. You can extend the neck as well. That'll give you some extra downward and upward movement if you need to. Then compress that right back up. Same thing here. So this becomes like the ankle joint for the Megazord. You can kind of engage those joints there. Get a little bit of extra movement there. You can just click that right back down. The shoulders here on the front legs, you can see they're on a double hinge there. So you can actually shift these legs up or shift them down, depending on how you want to, the posture here. But they can rotate, can do a full 360. You get some inward and outward movement. You also get some rotation there. You have a double joint right here. At this part of the leg, paws can move up and down, and you even get paw tiltage, which is quite nice. The hind legs, pretty much the same thing. Rotation, in and out, some forward and back. You got a double joint right there as well. Paws can also move up and down, as well as some paw tiltage, and the tail can move up and down. You also have an extra joint right up in here that you can extend if you want to. Kind of give you some extra, give you some extra detailing there that can be revealed, and also gives you a little bit more of a, angle, a little bit more of a curve there to the body if you want. Things you can do if you want to do it. Oh, and almost forgot to mention that the mouth can open. And for comparison, here it is with the Zap version of the Saber-toothed tiger. So you can see how that works out. So there you go. Let's move on. And here we have the Triceratops Zord, and my favorite part of this one is he has legs! Look! He actually has legs! Ah, look at his little legs! Oh, it's precious. But let's get in close here so we can take a look. That's the details. Again, we got some nice gold there. Love the blue and white coloration there. It's just a nice contrast. Looks really nice. The horns done in a nice silver. And again, these, kind of sharp. Be careful. Be careful with those. But see some metallic pink there for the eyes. Overall, it looks really good there. You got the try done in silver. Again, this is molded in and painted. Little toesies. Little gold toesies. His legs. Look, he has legs. Oh, sorry, that makes me happy. It just makes me happy. But again, some nice detailing here. Done in that gold. We actually have like 2 shades of gold going on here. Looks really nice. And again, the coloration on the set is just beautiful in my opinion. Beautiful. Just got the little tail cannons going on there as well. You get the Triceratops booty, but all in all, looks really good. Again, you get some nice detailing in there as well. It's really nice. Really, really nice. Now, as far as articulation for the Triceratops, the head can move up, can move down. You don't really get any side to side. Again, you can extend the neck if you want to. That looks a little bit weird, but you can do it if you want. You can use those joints here to get that moving up. You can extend that. That's kind of weird. That's a whole new creature there, but that's a thing you can do if you want to do it. You can do it. You can totally do it. But as far as the front legs go, they can move forward and back. You do have some rotation in there as well. You just have a single joint right here that can bend forward and back. The little toesies are also on a hinge, so those can move up and down. The hind legs, again, you have rotation, can swing back, can swing forward. You do have a knee joint in there. Just gives you some movements up and down on those little toesies, and the tail can move up and down. These cannons can also rotate. And that is pretty much it. Oh, also, that's not it, because the mouth, I almost forgot, the mouth can open and close. Open, 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 open. There you go. And for comparison, here it is with the Zap Triceratops with his no legs. So you can see how that works out. So there you go. And moving on, here we have the Pterodactyl Zord. And this is one of my personal favorites. I just love the design here of the pterodactyl. Looks quite good, but that's getting close here, so we can take a look. That's the dino noggin. You can see pretty simple design here, but yet elegant. Got the metallic red, got the metallic pink in there on the beak. Love the coloration on the wings here. It looks so good. On this side, we actually get two shades, like a darker shade and a lighter shade, and that looks really good. Just really nice contrast going on there. Got the little claws there, done in gold. Obviously, you have the Megazord chest right here. There's also the Megazord crotch piece as well that incorporates into the pterodactyl, as well as the sword. You can see becomes the tail. You can see the sword has that bit of pink going down the middle. Got that detail done in gold. Looks really good. Now, articulation-wise, the head can move up, it can move all the way down and under, it can rotate, can do a full 360. This section can also move up and down if you want. The mouth does not open and close, unfortunately. As far as the wings can rotate. They can move up and down at this point here, and then they can move at this hinge here and move at this hinge here, and you can see that just spreads open those wings there. You can see how that unfolds. You can get a nice, impressive wingspan going on there that I can't even get in frame unless I move it far back. That's an impressive wingspan there. And the tail, it's on a hinge, can move up and down, can also rotate. And that's pretty much it. Whoosh. And for comparison, here it is with the Zap Pterodactyl. So you can see how that works out. So there you go. And last but certainly not least, here we have the Mastodon, and this is the one that I'm a bit disappointed in because, this is the one that suffered. This is the one that suffered for this whole set, unfortunately. Just the proportions just don't look good. It's just like big head, kind of small body. Just not the best. Not the best, but it's okay. You are still loved, but let's get in close here. So you can take a look at the details. Got that nice metallic green there for the eyes, as well as the M there on the forehead. Again, you got the nice gold, the tusks done in a lovely gunmetal gray, nice and shiny. Get some bits of silver going down the trunk there. And again, some nice coloration going on here. All of this assemblage is again molded and painted in. Get some great coloration going on. Even got a little tail back here. But again, I just feel like this is the one that suffers the most for this set, just because I wish that the body just needed to be a bit, a bit beefier, but for the sake of the combination, it's doing what it needs to do. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? Well, we have a hinge here, a hinge here, a hinge here, a hinge here, and a hinge here on this trunk. So you can curl it up, you can curl it down, you can get a little bit of kind of like S-curves going on there. You can kind of do what you want with the trunk. His little front legs here can move forward and back. This is one thing I kind of don't know why they incorporated. There's like a little lock here that you can flip out. And it just kind of goes into a little groove in here to kind of lock the legs in place, but it's not really necessary. It doesn't even really work. So, those, just leave those right there. But they can move forward and back here. Even the feet are on a double hinge there, so you can kind of move those up and down if you need to. As far as his little back legs, you get some forward and back there, and that is pretty much it. And the little tail can move up and down. And for comparison, here it is with the Zap Mastodon, and this is definitely a case where I feel the original design wins out. This one just looks better, but it still did a decent job with it. Again, it just suffered for the sake of how they have this transformed for the combination, so it just compacted his body up just a little too much. But again, it is what it is. But yeah, this is a case where the OG version kind of wins. So there you have all of the DINO Zords, and you do also get the cannons as well, and there's some beautiful looking cannons, again done in that nice gunmetal gray. You can extend the barrel, you do have a handle here, you can also flip out, so it can be a handheld weapon if you wish. Quite nice. I don't know if these store anywhere in the Dino modes, because the instructions make no mention of whether these store anywhere in Dino mode, so I don't know if they're supposed to. Nowhere that I found. If you know, then by all means let me know. But I haven't found anywhere for these to go, so for all I know, these just get left off to the side. I'm not sure. But without further ado, let's get down to the fun stuff here and do some combining. So we're going to start with the Triceratops, and we're going into tank mode first. So we're going to just bring the head down, just so everything is level there. And you want to take his little legs here, and you want to fold them up and then rotate them. And that will expose the little treads here. Just a point of getting everything to clear. There we go. You can see those little treads get exposed, and you're going to do the same thing with all three legs. And with the hind legs, you want to make sure you take the toes and bring them all the way back, and then you can rotate them in and rotate that around to expose those treads. Then you want to slide these in. Little tab slot connection that'll happen in there. You want to leave these open though, and open up this panel here. And you just want to take the tail and bring it forward. Just aim those cannons forward. And just leave it like that, and that's ready to go. And now for the Saber-toothed tiger, you want to take these and just rotate them up. I don't know if this is one piece that's connected or not, but I try to move them both at the same time just to be safe so I don't break anything. So I bring them up. Actually, you want to kind of angle them forward a bit. Again, be careful with these. These are they're sharp. Then you just want to take the legs here. You want to fold them up and rotate them up so it's sitting like that. Just kind of bring that down, just kind of have everything kind of aligned here. Again, you have a double joint here, so you can kind of rock that back so everything's just sitting a bit more comfortably. And do the same thing here. Just bring that back, and again, use those hinges there. Bring that back, have it sitting a bit more comfortably. With the hind legs, you take this section here, bring it out, rotate it, flip it out, and there you have the little wheels. They don't roll, but it's still nice that they're there. And then you can just collapse that up so everything is aligned. Bring that paw in so it's sitting there like that. Do the same thing on the other side. And once you have that done, again, you can compress these front legs into the body, not the back legs, not yet. And then open this up, the tail. It's going to take it and angle it forward, and that is ready to go. Now for the Mastodon, first thing we're going to do is we're going to rip his head off. Let's put that off to the side. And once that's done, we can just kind of bring this tail down. And we're going to open up these sections here. Just open that up. and open it up like that. And then you want to take these legs here and just slide them in. Well, first you want to bring the little tail down. Actually, you want to rotate this first. Rotate the little tail so that tab is facing upward, and take the little feet here and they will slide in and they will slide in. You have these bits right here as well that you do want to slide up. Again, you may need a tool to help you. There you go. You just want to slide those up and have them in that position. And now you're going to just bring this down here. You're going to rotate this section around at this hinge. Not the whole arm, just rotate right at this hinge right here. And you want to take the fist and just bring that out and slide it in. It'll just clip into place right in there. Just make sure you have that lined up. And that should just snap right in. There we go. That's how you want that looking. And then you're going to open this panel up here. And the little Mastodon leg will just collapse inside. And just make sure you have your clearance here. Just make sure you work with all these joints here. And that should just tuck right in. Tuck right in and should close up. And again, it's just a point of making sure everything is going where it needs to go. Right there, and this will clip in together right there, like that. Now you're going to do the same thing on the other arm, and then you just want to rotate the arms forward, and you want to get the cannons in the hands. Now the thumb is rotated around for storage, so just rotate that thumb so it's the right way around. Open up the hands, and you want to take the cannons, and it will just tab right in. You just wrap the fingers around like so. You gotta do that on both sides. And once that's done, you have all of this looking like that, and that part's ready to go. Now, as far as the Mastodon head goes, you have these panels here. You want to open up, then take this and flip it down. Just bring this up so you can get under here, and just pop this up. And this is going to be the connector piece. Just bring that out like that, and that is all ready to go. Now for the Tyrannosaurus, there's not much prep work to do here. Just kind of take his little arms and just kind of fold them up. Kind of close up those claws there. You have a little panel right here that you want to flip open. You want to take the toes here and just fold them in. So it's looking like that. And you also want to compress the foot up. So make sure that is not in the downward position, but in the upward position. Make sure that's all the way up, like so. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, just compress that and compress that. And just kind of straighten out the legs. The tail you do want to compress, so just kind of start folding all this up. Compress that, compress that, compress that, compress that, and compress that. And just get all that sitting like so. Now there is a little locking point right in here that you will have to undo. It unlocks some extra articulation in the waist. So you can just need a tool just to kind of bring that up. And then you can extend this. You do kind of need it for this mode. You can see that just allows that to extend up some. And there you go. You can bring that up. And that is pretty much ready to go. You just kind of get them to a seated position. You also want to take, there are buttons right here. Just push it and slide the legs outward. There we go. Actually, slide all the way outward. Should bring them down first and then slide them out. There we go. So they're sitting like that. There we go. Make sure they're sitting all the way out like that. And now we can just get them into that seated position. And pretty much ready to go. So what you want to do here is you want to take the Tyrannosaurus foot and you want to drop it in at an angle and then bring it up, and basically you have these little sections right here. They're going to end up basically going around this gold section right here on the side of the legs. So get that in and line that up and just kind of push it down. You do need this to sit right where it needs to sit. And make sure that tail stays up as well. But there we go. You'll feel it just kind of like loop itself into place. Once you've done that, then this can close, and now you can compress these sides in, and that will lock that panel in place and keep that all situated. And you're going to do the same thing with the saber-toothed tiger. Now for the Mastodon head, I found the easiest way to do this is to just kind of open up the chest altogether and also kind of straighten the legs out a bit just so you have some room to work. So what you're going to do is you have a slot right here. It's going to go into a tab that's in this little panel that we flipped out. So just kind of get in here and just find that. And if you did it right, you should be able to just close this up and that'll stay in there nice and secured. And now for the rest of the Mastodon, you have two tabs right here, which are going to two slots in the back. So just line those up and just snap that in like that. And then you have a post-port connection that will happen right up in there. So just swing that in and get that all situated. And once that's done, you're going to bring in the Pterodactyl, and the Pterodactyl stays intact. The only thing you're doing is just bringing the sword slash tail up, because you have these two slots right here, which are going to go on these two tabs right here on the tail. So just drop this down. And there you have the tank mode. And granted, I've never been a big fan of the tank mode personally, but hey, as always, it's a thing you can do. If you want to do it, why not? Dare I say why not? It does look cool though, but I've just never been a big fan of this mode. But hey, in this particular design, it does look pretty cool. But now, let's move on to the main event, because we need Megazord power! So first off, remove the Pterodactyl here. Just wiggle her off. And also remove the cannons here from the hands. You can also remove the Mastodon head. Just wiggle that loose. You can close up that little panel there. And now you can just bring the legs down, push this button here to slide those thighs back into place. Bring that down, push the button, and slide that in. Now for the Triceratops, you can just bring that tail all the way in. You want to extend the head, and there's a little bit right here that you need to get out. If you have fingernails, you can do it. Just push this little rectangle down, and that will lock the head, keep it from compressing back up. And then you can just bring that up. You got a little heel here you can flip out right there, and you got that all done. For the Saber-toothed tiger, you want to open up this little panel right here. You may need a tool to help you just get that open. Just so you can take the tail, bring that in, then just close that back up over it. You want to take the head here, you want to extend that out, and again you have a little tab right here you want to just pull out to lock that in. You have the heel spur also, and you just want to bring all that out so all that is sitting flush right there. This section of the body you do want to extend also. Just extend that out like that, and again you have a little tab right here that they want you to pull out just so you can lock that into place. And then you can take these legs, just rotate them down. You have the double hinge in there as well, so you can have them sitting lower, sitting higher. You can kind of do what you want there. Just bring those down, and there you have that done. Oh, actually, you want to bring these up all the way now. So they're sitting like that. There you go. Now we have the legs all done. So now we'll start on the upper body. First thing you want to do is take the little Mastodon tail here and rotate it and just bring it down and tuck it out of the way. We need to extend the shoulders, and for that we have this little locking panel here. So flip this up, and that will allow you to extend the shoulder out and then close that back up to lock it into place. You then rotate that down. You can then bring the shoulder pad up like so. Now there's like a little locking mechanism here as well, and it kind of just lets you pull the shoulder pad up ever so slightly, and then you can just push that back down. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to open this chest up. We're going to take the T-Rex head and start to bring it down. You want to collapse in the whole snoot. Just compress that in as far as it will go. Bring that down, grab the Megazord head, and extend it upward like so. And then this should just collapse right in like that. And, oh, actually there's a little panel in here. You want to flip up a little filler panel. Bring that up, and now we can close that all up. Just bring that down. Then you just take this head crest piece and just swing it forward. Take the horns and bring them out. And then you just want to take the tail here and just extend it all out. Extend all these joints here, because yes, this Megazord will have a full-on tail. It's not ducking away. No, no. No, no. He's going to have a tail. He's going to own it. He's going to love it. So now we're going to rip the pterodactyl apart. So you want to take this section here, remove that. You want to remove this chest piece as well. Just untab that, give it a little wiggle wiggle, and then just undo this section here with the wings. Just clips in. So undo all that. And this head will just tuck away like so. And all of that is ready to go. So we're just going to plug the wings onto the back here. They just tuck in right under here, and there are tabs and slots for it to sit in nice and secure like. And now we're going to bring in the cannons, and this section right here is going to slot in right there. And you can bring that down. Bring this little silver piece down to lock it into place. Once you have that secured, you just bring that down. That just kind of locks it into place right there. You take this and plug it right over here to give him his mighty crotch, or you could say mega crotch. And last but not least, you just plug on the chest piece, just tab slot connections that happen right there. Just tab that on. And there you go. There you have the mighty Megazord. And my God, this thing looks awesome. So awesome. I love this. I love this so much. This design is just, oh my God. Love it. Love it so much. I think this looks so cool. I think Flame Toys did an amazing job with this. It could be a little bit on the fiddly side to get things together for the tank mode and for the Megazord mode, but all in all though, once it's all said and done, man, the results are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at that. That's a Megazord right there. That's a Megazord. This is a Megazord I want to see in a movie. Like, really, like, this looks too cool. And the design also just screams anime, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. It just looks so good. So good. But let's get in close here so we can take a look now at that mega crotch, at the mega noggin. Look at that head sculpt there. My God. That looks so good. Look at that. Just some wonderful detailing going on there. Love the coloration. Just love how everything is just done to the extreme with this head sculpt, with the horns and the head crest and everything. But it looks so good. You can get that bit of kind of silver lining in there. Looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Got the chest plate there. This looks like some teeth. Love that. That looks awesome. Everything on this looks awesome, really. The word of the day is awesome when it comes to this set. So good. Just big and beefy and big and beefy in all the best ways. Again, be careful with these. Be careful with these. They are sharp. They can hurt you. They've already poked me quite a few times. But it's okay. It's worth it. I will accept the pain, because in the end, it was totally worth it. You can see the backpack there with the wings. Amazing. Amazing. Now, articulation-wise, what have we got? Well, I'm going to tell you, the head is on a ball joint, so you do have your wiggly-waggly. You can look up, you can look down. Head can rotate, but the collar can kind of get in the way, so do be mindful of that. The arms can rotate. They're on a ratchet. You can't do a full 360. The wings will kind of get in the way, but of course you can move those wings back if you wish. They can move in and out at this point here. And this joint is quite snug. The shoulder pads also will move up and down some to help you accommodate. You do have bicep rotation. You do also have a butterfly joint here. So the arms can move forward and back. You do have your elbow. It's a single jointed elbow, but you get pretty much full range of movement out of it. You do have wrist rotation. Actually, I think they're on a ball joint because you do get some wiggly-waggly in there. You do have posable fingers here. The thumb can rotate at the base. You have a hinge here and a hinge here. Fingers can splay out, which is always nice. You have a hinge at the base, and a hinge here and a hinge there, so you have nice, fully posable hands. You do, of course, have waist rotation. Again, the waist rotation always likes to stiffen up on me. But you have waist rotation, you have that ab crunch here. Do be mindful of the crotch plate here. This does like to come undone kind easily. But you got that crunchage going on there. You can move these plates out of the way. The legs, we've already seen what the legs can do, but we'll show it again. Legs can go forward, about that far, back. They can go out. Get your thigh rotation. You got your knee bend there. Again, you only get about 90 degrees. That's fine. As far as the feet can move up some. They can move down. You do have ankle tiltage. You do have rotation right here as well, which is very nice. And you get the same thing on the saber-toothed tiger side. Toes can move up, toes can move down. You have your tiltage, and you also have rotation. And of course, the Megazord can wield his mighty sword. And do be aware that the tab here is a specific shape, so it can only go in one way. So plug that into the hand, wrap the fingers around it. Of course, you can rotate the blades, so you can have kind of the pretty side facing you, whatever you want to do. One thing to note also about the articulation is you do also have rotation right here at the forearm as well as bicep, so that's nice. You get 2 points of rotation there. But there's the Megazord with his mighty sword. Now, as far as the Mastodon shield goes, now this part gets a little... This part's kind of fiddly. One thing to note also is that you can kind of compress this little section in to hide the eyes. And I don't know if you're supposed to do that for shield mode, but you can do it if you want to do it. But what they want you to do is they want you to fold this back down into its original position. And again, like the handle can kind of get in the way. Yeah, this is the part that's a little fiddly, but just kind of get that in place right there. Now, there is this little tab right here that they want you to use, and it's meant to go in the slot right here. I don't bother with it. Honestly, I don't bother with it. It's just kind of more trouble than it's worth, and it ends up just kind of pushing itself back in when you're trying to get it into place. I don't bother with it. You got the handle right here. The handle does rotate, so just kind of get it in place. And then you can just slide that onto his fingers, and again, that will tab into his palm. And even this can get a little fiddly sometimes. There you go. And once you get that in place, it's a little tricky. That definitely has some fiddle factor to it. You can kind of do what you want with the trunk, whatever. But there you go. You have the shield there. And there is the Megazord all armed up and ready to fight some monsters. And doesn't he look freaking awesome? Oh my god. Love it. Love it. And for comparison, here it is with the Zap DINO Megazord, so you can see how that works out. And yes, the Zap version is a bit taller, but is it better? No, not at all. And if you'd like a measurement to the top of its head, the Megazord here stands at about 10.5 inches tall. Now, if I can take a moment to speak about the quality of this figure here, of the Flame Toys Megazord. I mean, this figure definitely feels great. It looks premium, and it feels premium. Unlike the Zap Megazord, if you watched my review on this, I said the exact opposite. It looks premium, but definitely does not feel premium. And for some reason, people took that as I was saying it needed die-cast. And no, this doesn't need die-cast. I never said this needed die-cast. This just needed better, more robust plastic. That's all it needed, because as is, I mean, this thing feels flimsy. It almost feels like a knockoff. But this one right here, the Flame Toys version, this feels good. This feels solid. This feels sturdy. The plastic quality, in my opinion anyway, is excellent on this one. And there's no die-cast in this that I'm aware of. Anyway, I think outside of like armatures and like hardware, there's no real die-cast in this. It's just good quality plastic. So it looks premium and it feels premium. So from an overall quality standpoint, the Flame Toys Megazord wins hands down. And we are dealing with two entirely different price points also. I am well aware of that. The Flame Toys Megazord is way more expensive than the Zap Megazord. But quality is quality, and even for the price that the Zap Megazord costs, I was still expecting a bit better. But that is just my 2 cents, as always, to each their own. So, there you go! So there you have the Flame Toys DINO Megazord, and this thing is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Not perfect, not without its flaws, but still an excellent piece. My only real qualms is that it can be a little fiddly to get together for the tank mode, for the Megazord mode. There is some fiddle factor there. Nothing to a frustrating degree, but there is some fiddle factor. The Mastodon definitely got the short end of the stick there with the design of, he's the weakest of the set, in my opinion. But the Megazord itself looks absolutely phenomenal. I think they did a great job with this design. So overall, very, very well done. Again, not without its flaws, but overall, I am very, very pleased with how this came out. I'm really glad I got it, so there you go. Now, I picked this up from BigBadToyStore.com. As always, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out the Power Rangers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Flame Toys Power Rangers DINO MEGAZORD, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek! Be proud, bomb in your face.